Dragon Ball Super episode 64 was just amazing. You know what, I won't even declare any more top 3 or top 5 episodes before this arc ends. Every single week they are surpassing our expectations. The consistency is unbelievably good. We are not only getting excellent episodes, we are getting excellent episodes with different types of epic materials. Each episode is stunning us in different ways. The animation quality of this episode was really cool. I think it is one of the finest edited episodes of the arc till now. There were some inconsistencies or scenes that might bother you a bit, but those factors were highly overshadowed by some of the intense and amazing scenes we got. Like the fusion of Zamasu and Black or Black's clone army. First, let's take a look at the top 3 WTF of this episode. Number 3. Black's mysterious power. We know Vegeta immensely powered up after returning from the past. Goku Black is envious of Vegeta's power and tried to figure out the secret behind this sudden boost. Black figured it must be due to rage or anger Vegeta was able to surpass him so easily. Even though he considers the method as some dirty mortal technique, he uses it to his advantage and ends up developing his Keyblade into a mysterious Grim Reaper's scythe. He developed powers which were even mysterious to him and remained so even for the audience. The scythe created something that looked like a portal from one universe or timeline to another, but we don't know for sure what it exactly was and how it worked. Though we came to know about its functionality to some extent, as it cuts to the next scene, we see smoke swarming into clones of Goku Black. Seeing the last episode preview, most fans thought it could be something like Kid Goku, Tien, and others used to use in Dragon Ball days. But this one is quite different. No matter how many clones Goku and Vegeta kept destroying, they started reforming in even greater numbers. It seemed there were no ways out of it, and they didn't actually find a way out of it. But due to what Trunks did to Zamasu, Black had to leave, resulting in the clones and that portal looking thing disappearing. I don't know what Black was thinking. Maybe he thought the clones would remain even if he left, as he clearly stated he had no idea of what he was doing with his newfound power. But either ways, going back to Zamasu would still be the priority from his side. I want to mention one thing though. Here Black actually tried to mimic the Saiyan Rage to unlock even more power, as he is using the body of a Saiyan. But a true Saiyan Rage can't be fake, no matter how hard he tries. Like Vegeta mentioned in the last episode, he can never win because he's just a fake. Leading me to believe that's why he will ultimately lose and realize you can't become a Saiyan just by stealing a Saiyan body. Number 2. Future Trunks uses the evil containment wave. After repairing the broken containment jar, Trunks and company realized Goku is too occupied to use it. So Bulma suggests Trunks to use the technique. The evil containment wave, otherwise known as Mafuba, is also mastered by Piccolo. Luckily enough, Bulma had a record of Piccolo demonstrating how to use the technique. It's like another YouTube reference after KamiTube or GodTube. You know, all those tutorials we have, it is pretty much like that. In this episode, Trunks successfully used the evil containment wave on Zamasu and even contained him for a while before he broke out of it because of the missing seal. This caught him completely by surprise and would go on to influence them to fuse or merge. Now, the thing that bothered people is Trunks learned the technique just by watching it for once. I agree that was probably not the best way to show it, but believe it, the plot has become so complex, the creative board is having a hard time trying to utilize all the resources properly. In their defense, Tien back in the Dragon Ball days did learn the move just by watching it for once. Yes, he did practice it a lot, but that was a long time ago. Trunks is like billion times stronger than DBTN at this point of time. So if you go by that, it would only be logical for someone like Trunks to learn it right away. Now the argument that comes right with it is Goku took quite a few hours to learn the move. Yes, that is a legit contradiction, but in their defense, Goku had no such urgency, so he might have wanted to take proper amount of time to absolutely master the move. Maybe if required be, he could learn it faster if it came down to it, and perhaps he was taking it easy as the turtle was on the receiving end. Secondly, Trunks, Goten, and this next generation Saiyans has more potential and talents than Goku. They achieved higher levels of power, became Super Saiyan at a very early age, putting much less effort than Goku or Vegeta. Trunks is a character who is specifically a quick learner, as we see him using two of Vegeta's moves, Final Flash and Gallic Gun, in this very battle, and he probably didn't spend too much training time with Vegeta either. Trunks is yet to achieve what you can call a proper god form, but the form he achieved even momentarily surpassed Goku and Vegeta's power, even though Trunks never trained under gods like Beerus and Whis. Logically, Trunks is supposed to learn things faster and power up faster than Goku and Vegeta. Thirdly, the most important point, Trunks was in a raged mode, and for him, everything was on the line. Zamasu was holding Bulma the same way Black held future Bulma before killing her, so Trunks was in an angered and in a 100% serious mode. We all know science specifically performs better under pressure. On the other hand, even though Goku had some urgency, it wasn't Trunks level. No one was about to kill Chi-Chi. He was practicing the technique against a turtle. You have to understand the difference here. And maybe if Goku was in his place, the same would happen. One additional point is, because Zamasu is immortal, he doesn't always keep his guard. He often takes attack only to come back like a badass. When Black returned, he did point out that they shouldn't get too cocky. However, having all that said in their defense, still make it look a bit more legit. Instead of putting gag attempts of Trunks trying to learn the evil containment wave, Bulma could have shown him the clip right away, and he could have attempted to learn Piccolo's technique 2 to 3 times in there before finally executing it against Zamasu. Also, they could make Trunks look just a bit weakened after using the move, as it sucks out some life force. But sometimes we have to respect the official decision, and maybe they just wanted to make a point showing the potential that resides within Trunks. Number 1. The birth of Supreme God Zamasu. After realizing just how dangerous mortals can be, Goku Black and Zamasu decided to use their ace card. Using the Potara earring, they fused and reached an ultimate peak of power. They became a Supreme God, a god the universe have never seen before. The fusion is all we get to know about this form, as the episode ends soon afterwards. It felt like we are getting something very dangerous that comes in a godly packet. It's like the vibe of danger and godliness of Dragon Ball universe felt at the same time. This is exactly what Zamasu is. They are most probably going to call this merged or fused form just Zamasu, instead of something like Zamasu Black or Zamak. Do comment and let me know what you think about his name. We did get some more of his Supreme God form in the preview of next episode, like he has ring-like thingy which is quite similar to the Grand Priest, but that's something I will analyze and predict about in Dragon Ball Super episode 65 preview breakdown. So we're done with the top 3 WTF of episode 64. Apart from that, there were some really other enjoyable and satisfying moments. Like Bulma trying to seduce God Zamasu. She basically told him to make her a goddess of Whis and whatnot. I didn't see that coming. That was hilarious AF, and it was so like the days of Dragon Ball. Zamasu was like, what the fuck are you trying to do, you're mortal? I mean, seriously, you think that was gonna work? I think no one else apart from Kid Goku turned down a horny Bulma like this until this happened. Out of so much seriousness and intensity, we got this classic Dragon Ball, classic Toriyama-ish humor. However, there were some things that bothered the fans in this episode. Like Mai sees Zamasu heading towards them in her binocular, and it appeared as such that she was going to get hit right away. But then they cut off to the next scene as we have gag moments with Trunks trying to learn the Mafuba. They hanging out just like that, and finally Zamasu appears after decades worth of time. So you could argue that technology had extreme advancement, and maybe that is why Zamasu looks so close in the binocular. But still, these godly characters are supposed to be goddamn fast. This traveling speed felt more like Namek Saga tier. So I think they could have done better in this. Like maybe Trunks sensing Zamasu's energy instead of giving such a confusing idea of Black's position. Other than that, Trunks learning Mafuba instantly appeared a bit weird to me. Then there was one shot where Vegeta's posture looked funny in a bad way. However, when the episode overall is so amazing, fans will overlook small contradictions or slight mistakes here and there. So, having all that mentioned, this episode was still mind-blowing and epic. I'm rating it 8.8 out of 10, certainly a must-watch. Do comment your opinion down below, feel free to ask questions too. I might reply in the comment box or in my next video. Subscribe and be in touch. For exclusive Dragon Ball updates, videos and episodes, like our page Dragon Ball Fans on Facebook. The link is attached in the description. See you in the next Dragon Ball video.